I've had many different roles in my life, but none of them have been more important to me than being a mom. It's a role I've loved, but it's also one that's challenged me more than I ever expected. My first children, twins Wyatt and Olivia, were born early at 32 weeks on February 19, 2012. They spent a month in the NICU before being able to come home on supplemental oxygen. I thought the biggest battle was over, but little did I know the greatest fight of all of our lives was just around the corner. When Olivia was about 2 months old, I began to notice that something was different with her. While her twin brother grew and thrived, Olivia wasn't. She slept most of the time, barely played, and didn't seem to be able to see us. I called her pediatrician as often as several times a day because I knew something wasn't right with my daughter, but it was always explained away by her prematurity. Then in July 2012, when Olivia was 4 months old, she began to have seizures. She was sent by life flight to a children's hospital in Denver, where the first image of the monster growing in her brain was seen on a CT scan. We were told that Olivia had a grade 2 astrocytoma, which had spread throughout her brain and down her spine like a spiderweb. We watched our daughter endure a surgical brain biopsy that landed her in the PICU, several more port surgeries to place a Metaport, and 7 months of high-intensity chemo. It was all worth it when in January 2013, we got the news that there was no more evidence of disease. Our little girl had beaten cancer just before her first birthday. Our family began a few months of normalcy before the same signs began to appear once again. We rushed Olivia to Denver late one night in July 2013, where the next day an MRI showed that her cancer had returned and was even more widespread. Olivia had another surgery to place a new Metaport and began a new weekly chemo regimen. She was stable for a few months before her health began to decline rapidly in September 2013. She lost all of her remaining eyesight and all of her new developmental skills. On October 17, 2013, an MRI showed that her tumor had exploded in growth in just a few short weeks and was now a grade 4 glioblastoma multiforme. We were told that there was nothing else they could do, and Olivia was sent home on hospice care. Just 5 days later, on October 22, 2013, Olivia passed away at home as she lay between her dad and I, surrounded by our family. She was only 20 months and 3 days old. When Olivia died, I was in shock. I couldn't believe she was really gone. I had spent every moment with her for nearly 2 years, and even though she was no longer with me, I couldn't just stop being her mom. That realization is what led her dad and I to start the Olivia Caldwell Foundation just 3 weeks after she passed away. We started the Olivia Caldwell Foundation in November 2013 with the goal of raising money for pediatric cancer research to find the cure that had eluded our daughter and so many other kids. Over the past 4 years, the foundation has grown tremendously, and the research we funded has made a huge difference in the fight to find better treatment options for pediatric brain cancer. Doctors were not only able to identify the genetic mutation that had caused Olivia's cancer to act so abnormally and take her life, but they also discovered what it takes to turn the immune system back on in people with that genetic mutation. The team also came up with a simple blood test that tells them what the driving genetic mutation is behind the cancer's growth. This blood test is now part of the diagnostic protocol done for each new pediatric brain cancer patient, which allows for more personal and precise treatment that's specific to each child's genetic makeup and tumor. We held our annual Color Dash and Putt and Play fundraisers this year, which were both a huge success. Color Dash had 300 runners participate in our second annual run, which was held at the Boys and Girls Club in Casper. Putt and Play for Pediatric Cancer was held once again at Old Town Family Fun Center and raised more than $40,000 for pediatric cancer research. People of all ages had a blast playing mini golf and carnival games, getting their faces painted, and bidding on silent auction items. We also held a Joint Eclipse Day fundraiser with Make-A-Wish Wyoming and American Cancer Society, which raised more than $3,000 for our organizations. This family-friendly event featured some of our carnival games, a bounce house, and concessions, and was held at Highland Park Community Church in Casper. In 2017, we were also blessed tremendously by individuals and other organizations who decided to fundraise on behalf of the Olivia Caldwell Foundation and honor Olivia. In May, 2 teenage girls from Kelly Walsh decided to host a 5K fun run in Casper with all proceeds benefiting the Olivia Caldwell Foundation. They planned the race route, got city approval, helped promote the event, and were able to raise more than $5,000 for us. We were also honored to be chosen by First Christian Church Preschool as one of the beneficiaries of their annual Pumpkin Patch, and by Stage 3 Theater as the beneficiary of their Miracle on 34th Street charity show taking place on November 30th. 2017 was also a really special year for me as Eric Dye's Race for Olivia came to an end. He trained for more than a year to become an Ironman, with all proceeds benefiting the Olivia Caldwell Foundation. He was able to raise more than $6,000. For over a year, Eric and his wife Janelle fundraised on our behalf. They solicited their friends and family, corporate sponsors, and others with the goal of raising at least $1 per mile trained. They more than surpassed their goal. And in August 2017, I had the tremendous honor of traveling to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, where I got to watch Eric compete in the Ironman competition. For nearly 16 hours, Eric challenged his body. He started the day with a 2.4-mile swim, then biked 112 miles in the heat and humidity, and wrapped up the day with a full marathon. And the most amazing part is he did all of this for my daughter, who he never got to meet, all with Olivia's face printed on his jersey. To say I'm honored and grateful for this hero is a major understatement. Thank you, Eric and Janelle Dye, for all that you did. I will be forever grateful. 2017 has been an incredible year for the Olivia Caldwell Foundation. We had the tremendous honor of being named Organization of the Year by the Casper Area Chamber of Commerce earlier in April. We also had the privilege of giving a check for $70,000 to our research team just one day after the 4th anniversary of Olivia's death. We are so thankful to all of our sponsors, donors, volunteers, absolutely everyone who has helped us over the years. Thank you just isn't enough. We will be forever grateful.